Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. How's 2024 been treating all of you? Just a little survey. On my end, it's been a little tumultuous already, even though we're already only 6 days deep. Yeah, I've been spending the holidays playing 52 pickup with my toddlers because I tried teaching them ice skating. And it's a bit of mixed bag. Mixed bag full of dog feces. Nah, it's been generally alright, but you know, just a little exhausting running after the toddlers. But it was nice as a change of pace to not be teaching 16-year-olds and instead be teaching little ones. Right. Speaking of teaching, this is probably a pretty good teaching opportunity because we've got 2 recurring players in the RAGL. One of them has been absent for quite a bit, but is now actually back in the action, back in the fire. It is Mr. Big Bad Bane. Let's check if that actually checks out here. Mr. Cloudy, indeed, that is his moniker. And Maceman, aka Unano. Interesting why he chose Maceman, but he's always been running like this. Rocking and rolling. Yeah, Unano, the 2 really well-established players. I remember Unano has been in the scene before me. I remember a cast where So Scared casted, and that got me into OpenRA, got me really excited. That was way before I even got the idea of casting the game. I saw a match between Unano and what was the guy called? You know, some of the old guard. Unano, G-Dave, and then there was a third one. I don't quite recall. Oh, there was a nice attempt from the dog here. Unano gets to freely camp the barracks, at least for a little while. He does not want to... Yeah, trying to bait out the pillbox here. That's fine. Just one rifle. Cleaning up shop. And considering that this is a War Factory rush with an eco start no less, it has been scouted. So Unano knows that he's under no pressure thus far. Wait, he's conceding to Derek. He did see the War Factory though, right? He did, yeah. So that should definitely clue him in that there is something that's either crazy eco scaling or it's an all-in GG push with 2 harvesters. The latter is very unlikely considering this is Bane. It's interesting on this map because this has very low starting econ, so he probably just wants to rush out an MCV as fast as possible, maybe even go for a Gatekeeper build. And I like that because this map forces you to expand relatively rapidly. Look at this little ore patch, this is going to be depleted in no time. And Unano just going for a flak truck for now. So he's going to be very far behind and he's playing defensively as well, which is probably a misread. I mean, we know it's a misread, but it is a misread on his part with the information that he's gotten. Because right now, there is still nothing going on in the base of Big Bad Bane, and he is going to be able to scale up like crazy from now on out. He's trying to remember how to play. How is Bane on 5 harvesters? Well, easily. War Factory rush into 2nd harvester into ore refinery. Yeah. Wait, they didn't do... No, they didn't both do War Factory first. Right? No way. That can't be right. This infantry, I mean, if that really did happen, then the reason would be... Ooh, getting some good poke on the rocket soldiers, but he's Germany, so he can just build some medics. So, if that happened, then the mistake was building 10 rifles, because 10 rifles stalls out your recon early on. Oh, he did go War Factory early. Yeah, that is a mistake that I used to do a lot. I used to stall like crazy, because I went War Factory first off of 10 rifles, and then into a light vehicle as well, which guarantees that is basically the 5 Aces build. And the only way you can make this work is by inflicting crazy early damage with your light vehicle. Because then you're going to be at parity and you're going to get a little off the kill bounties as well. But look, your opponent has gotten a medium tank out, your opponent has gotten an army. Yes, you do have 1 Derek to show for. That is not the greatest haul, if we're being honest. And now the tank is going to roll all over Beethoven here. Yeah, good night, sweet prince. No way to contest this army. Why did you bring that monster to RH then? Nice. MCV's out for both players, but obviously Baines is earlier, because he didn't have a major stall in his econ and is now 2 tanks behind, which is absolutely huge. There's no field defenses established yet. This could be a quick game, if Happy decides to go aggressive early on. Oh, misreads the position of the engineer, but there is another rifle ready to sack him. Ooh, he's going prone. Oh no, not like this. Almost had an escape angle. And I really don't like the positioning of this army. This is not a concave, this is more like an amorphous blob. Oh, okay, he's repositioning now, scattering. I like that a bit more, but he's up against triple tank threat. How are you gonna stop this? There's just no way. Yep, engagement has started. Oh god, he's moving in as well, so he's lost defender's advantage. I don't like this at all. I mean, the tanks are still standing for now. Okay, front lines are crumbling. Bane actually miscalculating here. A little bit too much rocket deeps. Okay, I did not see this coming at all. Wow. Pushing back the army significantly into the enemy territory he goes. Unano is taking a really good engagement here. Gotta say, Unano, my friend, that was a surprising victory here. Okay, he still has a tank disadvantage for now. There is also a base push. Oh no, the turret. It is not supported though. So we're going base for base, and so far Unano has not found anything significant yet. He needs a Tesla coil. Unano is in a precarious spot because he's being double pronged by the base and by the army. What an interesting game state, let's put it that way. This was certainly supposed to be Bane's game. After that one engagement, he's probably at parity. Assets almost even. Oh, that's about to change here. Does the turret have range? Okay, so the Tesla coil does have range on the turret, but not vice versa. That's nice. That is pretty good positioning, I've gotta say. Ooh, that Tesla actually doing some work. We're gonna see some good old action from Nikolai. I dig. So he's pushing him back here. But the classic Bane triple threat. There is never just one army. Bane is so good at flanking and going for multiple. He's the master of the triple prong. Hello. Hello, triple prong. And on this side, he has defended easily, lost the harvester, but that's fine. Okay, Unano pulled his harvester off the line, only lost one in retaliation as well. So this has not been the worst. Oh, the Tesla is still firing at an invisible bunker, no? No, it doesn't look like it. That was just a misread here on my part. But still, we've got a very aggressive forward positioning from Bane, who has retained all of his MCVs and can now start churning out infantry as well, because this hasn't been cleaned up. Very, very annoying. On the right-hand side, we're preparing for another push, this time around with MCV support. Oh no. Never leave your harvs unprotected against Bane. Bane is so good at finding vulnerable spots. He's the master of the exploit. Oh no. How many tanks we're up to here? 4 tanks on this side. It's being pushed back, even if this doesn't inflict any initial damage. But the problem is that it just stalls your recon. Radar Dome! So the problem is a Radar Dome is not the right answer against the playstyle of Happy. I've tried this multiple times, and the problem is he can just outflank you like crazy. And especially if you're going radar tech, you're gonna be behind on the unit count. You need army, you need bulk, you need mass, and that's exactly what you do not have if you go radar tech relatively early on. It's so hard to get some value pickups, and here we've got the service depot under siege, war factory down as well. Yeah, he kills an expansion, but that doesn't matter in the slightest. Because on the opposite side, there is a dead main base. Man! Clinical dismantling on this side of the map. On the other side, armies are starting to dry up. And there is basically nothing that Unano has left in the tank after this push. Still a massive army here. Assault wolves coming out, cleaning up the rest. The scraps. Finders keepers, I guess. Alright, as that civilian dies of fire and death. Yeah, the main base is completely untouched. The expansion lines are untouched, and there is a Raidadome out for Bane. There is a massive army out for Bane. This game is officially concluded. We may as well skip forward, but, you know, we're gonna watch the finale. The grand finale here. We're down to 1 O-Truck on this side for Unano and 2 O-Trucks on that side. And there is an entire army about to waltz all over the expansion lines. So, nope, nice try. His tank movements, I've got to say, have become so good. Where it just pulls the tanks up front. And does basically take no damage against the flame towers. And casts his curse as I say that. He's running his dudes into the flamer lines, but that's fine. Completely a-okay here. I'm hearing mechanics. On the right hand side, okay, another harvester has been killed for Unano. Unano's still not giving up, which is surprising. Because realistically this game, he has no business staying here. Maybe a tier 3 rush would now be good for Bane? Would be cool. You know, for a change of pace, some Soviet tech rush. Man, that base is looking in a slightly bad way. Artillery is starting to hammer home here. Getting the... Oh god, he doesn't get the kill on the refinery. Yeah. New Year's resolution for 2024. Beat Bane. Still not off the bucket list. That one is still pending. MCV is trying to find an angle to just get somewhere to expand to. He's sending one rifle along with it. Alright. That is a very solid core. Very solid core army. I like that. Man. All this army hunting for that one poor tank. There have been stories like this throughout the actual wars. Alright. Flame tower in a good position, but in a good position to flame down some cities at least. If there is one benefit to this here, then it is that we can now watch how good flame towers are at doing deeps to structures. It is actually insane. Their damage against wood armor is pretty crazy. Oh, the artillery siege has begun. That is the entire army of Unano. That was such perfect timing. Just as the artillery starts hitting home, he knows that the army has to move, and GG. Yep, that was a clinical, clean 1-0. We're gonna be back in game number 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
And we are indeed back on Timian version 2. The map that has the no base building zone in the middle of the construction site, where there's just a couple random oil drums scattered around like it's a Donkey Kong level. Let's see which one has got the secret exit. Maybe this one? Maybe the rifle wants to try? Maybe the rifle wants to trifle here. Again, Germany for Big Bad Bane and Ukraine for Unano. Going for an engineer first. Okay, going for the backline Derek, I guess, yeah. Knowing that there is no threat of a dog, because Bane usually goes Germany. That is an easy one. Just capture this first. Question is, you lose map prio. Is that actually worth it? I would say no. I would actually go for a 10 stack of rifles first, maybe even 15. And Bane is certainly someone who has patented it. He is one of those people who have figured it out mathematically. Like, how much should you build at what point of the game? And I think he came to the conclusion that either 15 or 20 is fine. Yeah, look at this. Unano is now losing the position simply because he has been there later. He is a late arriver. Still pushes him back with the conga line being in his favor. But now Bane is moving up creeping up methodically, inch by inch. Oh no! Oh, okay. There was no fire move, no fire command for Bane yet, but still. Yeah, more of a compact formation for Bane. And he gets to pick off some stragglers on the way out, so this is pretty good for him already. Consolidating his forces is Unano, and letting the engineer get away. Leave no man behind except the one guy with the satchel. Oh, he's trying. He was trying for the barrel, I believe. But he got proned. Wait a sec. Do they know? They know! Oh, not like this. That is already a really bad start for Unano. He's ahead on the... Interesting. On the War Factory timing. Did he not go double? He did. Oh, so Bane just built a second power plant. Whatever. That is not a big deal then. So that must be a refinery cell. Yep. So selling the refinery here gives you enough power to sustain the War Factory as well as the ore refinery. Plus, you get to then expand with another power plant. So get some more build radius. It's actually a pretty smart move. I don't like it too much because it gives you civvies, and I always used to try and not run my civvies in willy-nilly. I always felt bad for them. APC has been revealed, by the way, which is a bit nasty, because now you can start producing the appropriate amount of rockets, which is 2 or 3, if we're being realistic, unless you get an insane crush like we did in... it was one of the Faz games. And that was Mood versus Faz, I believe. Oh, does he sniff out the engineer? Almost. There's also a free rocket up for grabs. Instead, he opts to just go in and take a couple rockets. APC thus far not successful, and there is also the threat of him being ran over by the light tank, which is gonna happen exactly now. Oh god! Oh, this early game has been atrocious. Unano is being dismantled systematically. Nothing going his way for now. Combat tab, despite them having similar unit counts, it's 2,800 to 700. That is just not pretty. That's an untenable position that you don't want to have. Man, against a player like Happy, no less. 13% vision. No support powers. Ha! Support powers are for the weak. Who needs support? Real men just build war trucks. Light tanks. No supporting units. Unano is trying to make up for it. With it, mounting the field defense now, huh? APC has been patched up. There should be an MCV ready to go as well in just a couple of seconds. Yep. Unano is going... Oh, there he is. Oh, rip APC. Good lord, the turn was not a good idea here. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, he's trying to bait him in. At least gets the light tank on the way out, so... Has to build a random flame tower in the middle of the woods. Probably not a good investment, but he gets the light tank out of the way. The APC is more expensive, so it's not a good idea to do that. What he does get, though, is priority on this oil derrick, so he's now free to destroy that. Because the base can act as a kind of a meat shield in case Bane tries to cut with the army. Army is going left-hand side, though, and that is just the right idea that he's gotten. Unano's sniffing around. He knows that the flank is coming. Yep. First army going left, secondary army going right-hand side, tertiary army probably going straight through the middle. And Bane, I feel like you have to scout more against him. And I myself was guilty of completely failing to scout every single time I played against him. I lost against Bane a lot. Let's not pussyfoot around here. How's the army graph looking like? Good. Jeez Louise. 6k without much of a fight. And it's about to be a lot more because there is a dead harvester here. And that just scales out of control. This game is already spiraling. This is the downtrend. The writing's on the wall. Okay, move command. Oh, he found the service depot as well. That is just all different kinds of unlucky. Good lord, it's gonna get the war factory too. What is this game? What is this game? A systematic dismantling. Another 2 harvesters down. That's the 3rd one that is killed. Oh, the out-positioning hurts so much. This has been absolutely brutal. Curb stop. Combat tab, 12 to 9k. Economy tab, 7 to 5. Assets tab, 37 to 28k. That is just not pretty. That's not where you want to be sitting. And I'd understand against the lower tier player where it's like, okay, I can recover a little bit. I can just play defense for a bit. I can, you know, maybe then have him overcommit and then go for a counter all in. Not against Bane. You just don't win that. There is going to be an MCV push. And that's probably going to Celio the Delio already. Yikes. Right hand side, this base is still, as of now, unprotected, but it doesn't need much protection. There's no threat. Unano's again going Radar Dome. If you're this far behind, Radar Dome doesn't really do much. I'm gonna be honest, this is not the right call. Also, single file formation. Let's see how much damage the tanks can inflict. Pillbox is starting to rattle through the army. Okay, so far he's winning the tug of war just by a little. I think he needs to move this stack a little bit forward. Nope. No longer. This position has become compromised. To be fair, the tank lasted a lot longer than I gave it credit for. Man, this positioning game from Bane. This Battle of Inches. Such a beautiful and meticulous play. Tank down, and that gives Bane the time and the clue to move into the flaming walls. He's got more pillboxes to reinforce, and that is probably going to be it. On the right hand side, there's also no more harvesters. There's 1v2. Okay, so this time around he got his tech. Let's see what he can do with it. How much can he inflict? If you attack move your V2, it's going to be complete garbage. V2s need to be manually targeted. That's actually a good one. Woo! Announces itself, makes its presence felt a little bit. But it's not the right time and not the right place for a V2. Let's be honest. It is the time and place for expansions and harvesters. The age of the V2 has not come yet. There's 3 V2s. Yeah. Yeah, my friend, that was a valiant attempt. I mean, he cannot even build heavy tanks because he lacks the service depot. So there's an absolutely solid reason for why he's going the V2 build. Probably has to be a couple... Oh, he's building a yak. If I were in his shoes, yeah, 1 yak would be really good, but realistically, well, the better option would be to now go for flag tracks. He's gotten his V2 core out. As long as he can protect them with infantry and with flag tracks to screen against helicopters, he should be fine to fight the list for a little longer. Obviously, the game is over by any metric. Let's not kid ourselves here. Also, the attack move is not helping. That was a good shot lead here. And goes the chain gun. So the Black Hawk is also just taking a first little scout to the perimeter. GG is called. Yeah, the writing was on the wall for this one. Alright, so Happy making his presence felt in the competitive scene yet again. We're gonna keep tabs on him. I want to see Happy versus Fazer. I want to see Happy versus Cav. And those are gonna be the big ticket ones. Right, so Happy 2024. Bane is back. Bane got his New Year's resolution in that is gonna be playing more competitive OpenRA, which I absolutely salute. I'll see you next time. 5 aces. Out.
Battle control terminated.